your mini bi-weekly reading for December 1st through December 16th, 2016. Please excuse the angle of my camera. I have been trying so many different ways, in my new place to try to get my table, but I wind up getting most of my table, and the readings included, but I'm trying to narrow it in on my iPad, but it doesn't seem to be helping. Anyways, let's see what the messages are for you for December 1st through December 16th. I am using Doreen Virtue's and Radley Valentine's tarot deck. I just have a lot of fairy energy around me going into December, and so even though these aren't the fairy cards, I will be using them also. I love Doreen's energy. It's very angelic, and I just felt very guided to her cards. So what are the messages, Spirit, for Leo? Such a huge deck. All right. 8 of Fire. The Chariot. Knight of Air. 9 of Water. Nine of Fire. Wow. A few nines there. And 4 of Fire. Okay, so here is something I feel that has not developed yet doing this reading here. I'm feeling like this is in the works. But I feel whatever it is, it's an event that will be very meaningful to you. I feel it's moving fast. Whether it takes off the first part of December, I am not sure, but between December and I want to say the beginning of February, I feel that it will. And it's something new. I am also feeling that there is a different shift coming in for Leos in December where things are moving at a faster pace in general. And some of the delays that Leos have been experiencing, I feel like, when I look back like into November, I feel that it started to change then. But what I feel in December is a lot more is going to shift. And I feel that many things that you were hoping for, dreams that you wanted to come true, are actually on their way. I just feel like all the delays are over, and we're really grateful to the fire element for that, because fire is quick, fast, and it manifests really quick. That's why a lot of spiritual people burn things in fire when they want to let go of them, or use the fire to manifest, because it's so quick. And so that's what I'm getting. I'm also getting some of you Leos may actually win trophies. Like, I don't know why trophies came to me, but I feel like there are quite a few Leos who are going to get awards for the production that they have been doing and the success they have been achieving. I also feel with the Chariot, there is some movement going on here. So maybe you're traveling. You could be traveling for work, or you could be traveling just to see family or loved ones. I also feel that you're coming back out into the open. Now, some of you Leos might actually already be public speakers or leaders, but I feel like there are some other Leos too that will be coming out publicly now again, getting on stage and performing whatever their dreams are. The energy is coming in. It's fantastic to get it moving forward and to have great success with it, whatever the dreams are. Okay, right now I'm not going to list them, but I feel like a lot of you have some fantastic dreams to really get out there and make them known. As I feel we're moving forward here into Well, let me get back to the chair. I feel for some of you that you're in a position to where you want to move, but at the same time, perhaps this may be affecting you financially, or you're not sure where to go. I feel for some of you Leos too, you're holding on to something that I feel no longer has any purpose for you. It's like you've already experienced what you need out of it. I feel that you received some awakening for some of you out of these personal events that have been happening in your life. And so now what I get with the Chariot is I feel like the message is it's time to really consider moving forward, moving on, because I feel like there are messages there from some of the people in your life who just no longer really want to connect with you. And I think that, I don't mean to say it like that, but that's how it was delivered to me. And I think it's just time to move on. It doesn't mean that you have to forget them, but I think what Spirit is trying to say here is stop focusing on them. Okay? Just leave them be to their own growth. And if they don't want to grow, hey, they're responsible for themselves. Now, for you who maybe this involves the entire family, that's a difficult situation. You know, because you might have children, or, you know, there might be children involved, and maybe the two of you have been together for a long time and you've built a lot of things together. But I feel that you will work it out to your benefit, especially if you have children. And so, you know, we'll just take it day by day. Okay, I know the fire element is very strong for Leos right now, and you are fire. So fire can sometimes, you know, make us move so fast that we don't stop and process things. So you can work with the fire element by just asking the fire element within you to slow down so that you're able to process things. Now, moving forward here, I am getting what you're moving past is, again, there's things that are just speeding up for you. The fire in the air, you know, you've got 3 fire cards. You've got 1 air, you've got 1 water card, you've got 2 9 cards, which 9 tells me that you're completing things. With the Knight of Air, I'm just feeling, again, I think I've already spoken about it when I moved from the Chariot to the Knight of Air. Things are going a little bit too fast. You want to stop and smell the coffee, as they say. You want to be able to smell and use your inner senses to know everything that's going around you. I feel that money opportunities are there for you. Some of it will show up in December, and I feel you've got some great ideas coming moving out of December that are actually going to manifest. Things are going to change for you for the better. Leo's been actually picking up energy, esteem as we've been going, especially November, but October started to clear some path. That shift there helped you a lot, and now the shift that we're going to go through again and is also helping you. What I do want to remind you, though, there is a Mercury retrograde, which kicks in a fire sign, Sagittarius, do believe around December 13th, and 5 days prior is the shadow intent. So you want to bear down and pay attention to communication, transportation. If you're having car issues or you're not having car issues, it's always good to get it checked out before the Mercury retrograde moves forward. That way, if something is wrong, it can be fixed at a minimum compared to a possible catastrophic repair. Anyways, I just am amazed about this reading for you, Leo. I'm excited. I just feel like you are going to start new relationships as you move in towards the new year. I know I'm not doing a new year reading, but I like to, especially when I do the first part of any monthly, I like to touch bases on the energy that's flowing through the month. And I'm really feeling like as time goes by, even though there's a few obstacles and nicks and crannies that you're going to go through as you go through the Mercury retrograde, which is most of December, you're going to step out of it though. Because I feel there's a lot of empowering happening with you, Leo. Like you are on it. Claiming your power back, standing in your power, and moving forward on your dreams. You've just realized I can't be living other people's lives either. I've got to live my own. And that's what the Nine of Water tells me. That things how they were are ending now and new things are beginning. And worries and concerns are going to fade away. And what is before you is the Nine of Fire. So we're back with the fire again. Now, the Nine of Fire compared to the Eight of Fire is telling me that there is still some hesitation, maybe some procrastination on completing something in your life. And maybe it's because you don't have faith of what happens after. And perhaps Spirit doesn't want you to know everything that happens after. Maybe you just have to just trust in the universe that the universe is going to carry you through this. The minute you start to become so skeptical, you're going to attract in more energy to be skeptical about. So with the Nine of Fire, it means don't give up. And, you know, protect your beliefs, protect what you've created, you know, protect yourself and believe in yourself. And it's all going to turn out just fine. With the Four of Fire going to, there again is the fire. The theme here is there's peace and abundance. After all of this gets burned away, there's peace and abundance. And also, I feel for some of you Leos, some of you haven't been sleeping good. And I feel like anxiety levels at times have been high. And the reason I'm feeling is the home life isn't either comfortable or happy. And I feel with those changes happening, not just cleansing it out energy-wise, but making changes for yourself personally is going to bring more happiness in for you. Okay? But don't just do it all in a cocky manner. Really feel out what your vibe is and the direction you want to walk with this. Okay. I'm going to shuffle first some fairy cards, and let's see what more answers come in here. What are the messages for Leo? December 1st through the 16th. Lots of fairy energy, at least for me anyways. Lots of fairy energy coming in right now. I hear they're going to be around in December, uplifting a lot of people who may be sad or depressed around the holidays, and also bringing in, help us bring in and manifest our dreams. You know, I was picking up a pregnancy or a birth. Well, it looks like something happened over the autumn. So this would have been anywhere from September, or maybe middle to end of September, up into where we're at now. It looks like perhaps you may have walked away from something, some of you Leos. Other Leos have been traveling, and I feel like traveling to love, that perhaps there's somebody you love that's at a distance or even overseas. I'm getting that you're perhaps traveling to them or they're traveling to you. And I also feel like someone's going to have a baby or someone is going to be pregnant here. But I'm also feeling like this could also be to have something to do with infertility. There may be some research or you've discovered a doctor that maybe you have to travel to in order to get pregnant, you know, like in vitro or infertility of some kind. But I also feel, again, that some of you Leos are walking away from an unhealthy situation. And, you know, good for you. I just want to pull one more card so I can see something here. I feel for some of you, there have been some unstable relationships, some unhealthy relationships in the past. And I'm picking up during the autumn, but it could have been earlier this year. And I feel what's happened here is you forgot about yourself Even though this says get some exercise, what it's leading to me is it's just kind of more like some of you may have been eating more than usual, and some of you may have not. So I'm getting more of the mind and the emotions. Like there's been some extra stress, feeling drained, feeling down. But it's you've given so much energy to that person that it's like, you know, it's affected you physically. But I do feel, however, that you are going to pull yourself together and things are going to look on the brighter side. And you definitely have the tarot cards that are extremely empowering and beautiful cards. Just beautiful cards. Okay, let me go ahead and shuffle some love cards for you, Leo. December 1st. Okay, this card wants to come out. Oops, there's the codependency card. Okay, what are the messages for Leo? December 1st through the 16th. We also want to know, you know, some vibrations too for the rest of December. I'm feeling for some of you Leos, whether it's you or a partner, is you're struggling with someone who has addictions, whether they be emotional, emotional or mental. I'm also getting somebody perhaps maybe suffering from bipolar or personality disorder. I heard Spirit call. Now, of course, this is not for everybody, but and then also I feel like someone either it's you or some of you Leos, or it's your partner, maybe even a family member has been dealing with someone who's been having some addictions like drugs or alcohol. And I feel like it's been very stressful to deal with. And it's, again, I feel like it's taken a toll on you. This also could be a child of yours, an adolescent. Someone who's in either latter part of grammar school or high school that got themselves mixed in with the wrong crowd. And this crowd hasn't been healthy for them. And so, always trying to prove that they fit in, they wound up actually getting caught up into that group and perhaps doing drugs or drinking or both. Okay, messages, Spirit. Well, okay, so this codependent card still speaking. I am also getting a relationship where it seems like I'm getting a married couple or a couple who's been together for a long time, and I feel like there's a lot of anger in this relationship. And so I'm feeling that both of you actually have been losing your temper and expressing a lot of anger. So I think you need to step back. One of you need to step back and observe this relationship because it's not healthy what you're doing. I mean, the amount of fire that I'm feeling in this relationship is just burning out. And fire, if you let anger stir around in you for quite a long time, it does affect your health. So I want to be clear that it's important to either clear this energy and begin again on a healthy term, or just maybe think about taking a break from it or something. I don't promote divorces or separations, but if that's what you have to do to stay sane and healthy, then, by all means, you've got to do what's good for you. And if there are children involved, what's good for them also. Well, I look like there is some gathering here that I'm picking up from Spirit. This looks like it is, I don't know, I got the word foreign here. Like, it looks like this could be someone from a different country or land. I'm not saying where it's going to happen, but I feel like the person cares for you. I feel like they want to bind, they want to cuddle, they want to be close to you. I feel like they're missing you. I feel like the two of you may have had a bit of a separation. Traveling, business, work, whatever, could have separated you, or you could have had an argument. But I'm also feeling that one of you, or whatever relationship this resonates with, still has some type of commitment to the past. And you know, they're not releasing their ex or soon to be ex as quick as maybe you want them to, or whoever's looking in on this video wants a Leo to. Okay, but I feel like this needs to I need to have patience with this, because if it moves too fast, because you've got a lot of fire going on again, you don't want this to burn up and blow up in your face and then it's not happening at all. So you want to go slow with it, but you do want to release an ex, or the person you care for. You want them to release an ex, because it's holding back the two of you. But Spirit says they're worth waiting for. Sometimes we want things now, okay, and we don't have any patience, and things don't always happen now, and then, you know, people start to give up. And, you know, some relationships go on years and years and years before they even marry. You know, you've got to not think about what does society expect from me. You've got to do what you feel is right with this person, okay? Because you could have contracted this life with that person. And, you know, you want to get on the same page as much as you can. I know most of you would rather be blissful than unhappy. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this, Leo. If you'd like a personal reading, www.transformationandempowerment.com. Please remember to check your moon and rising. I want to thank you once again for connecting. Much love and blessings.